welcome to the Clown Fighting Podcast today.
We are clowns! Honk
We
honk.
always are. Today in this podcast specifically, we have. Okay, somebody.
Me! You all know me, your favorite me.
Yes, your favorite me. And then there's me, Mike.
Hello.
That's Noah, and then
Hi.
me, your host.
This is such a great intro.
Yes,
We really
best
did.
intro.
Amazing.
Best out of all of
The best
We
them.
know
we've
what
done
we're
so far.
doing.
Okay.
We know what we're doing.
Yes.
So today we started
We're not
with
completely
Grand
new.
Theft Auto. Yeah, segment 9.
The episodes we watched today peaked at Grand Theft Auto.
Hmm?
The episodes that we watched today peaked at Grand Theft Auto.
I disagree.
I feel like
I agree.
I don't fully agree. I feel like Grand Theft Auto is like it's better objectively yes it's better, but at the same time I do like just the jokes of the other episodes. Not better. Not better than the famous line. Hey,
I don't feel safe.
Hop Up's famous line. Yes, that one. That is the best of the 4 that we watched today. But yeah, I still like the other.
So the plot of Grand Theft Auto is that Ann plays GTA and gets a 5-star wanted rating.
Bruh.
Yes.
I don't know about that, but yeah, basically.
So that's fully what happened.
She gave some some Bessie slander, and we were upset. We cannot tolerate.
Yeah, I
Bessie
mean,
slander.
like this is definitely another one of the multiple episodes we've had so far where. Oh, Helium. This is one of the multiple episodes we've had so far where her and Hop Pop kind of like we can see how different their values are. I mean, I feel like I'm just kind of just beating a dead horse at this point, but yeah, I like how this episode, like, I mean, just kind of another episode where she's kind of very irresponsible, and I also like how it sort of, maybe this is just my interpretation of it, but I feel like this episode did kind of like subtly hint at stuff that she's picked up from Sasha, like the fact that she like tries to get Sprig to do something that he doesn't want to do, and kind of like just acts really irresponsible.
I agree with
a lot
that.
throughout the show, but yeah, I mean throughout like the first season.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a very good example of it. It so is technically alright, we'll get to it.
Ann's modded copy of GTA in this episode had Sonic in it, which was pretty cool.
Yes.
It was also modded to have like snails and ladybugs, which was interesting, and Croaker. I'm not gonna let up on the joke that this is just a copy of GTA.
It's not. It's really not a copy of GTA though, but like you can still make
So
the
it's
joke.
far from it.
By copy, I meant like physical copy of the game, not like it's a copying it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I
mean,
I think robbing any banks in the episode, so.
I thought she robbed the bank.
When?
No, that was in Total Redemption.
She's robbed a museum, a bank, like.
Maybe, and then a girl type she gets arrested. So.
Oh yeah, she gets arrested in Gold Time.
Anne is a criminal. Wow.
Anne is a criminal.
She has a lot. That's a lot of crime.
And then there's
Should we be worried?
in the fandom who are like, Anne is perfect, better than.
Oh no.
I mean,
She's a literal criminal.
But
I mean,
like,
Sasha, to be fair, Sasha has committed war crimes, so.
Yeah, most of Anne's crimes are kind of like more civil, but at the same time, they're still very like criminal law.
Yeah, definitely one of those war crimes.
Yeah. The Marcy's are more, like, definitely more civil crimes.
Marcy's
They're
are like
like
moral.
interdimensional crimes. Like, what would you call that?
I don't know. I think Marcy's
Well-
just more. No, we're really good at getting off track. We're really good.
Shoutouts to Croaker
Yes.
in this episode.
Yeah.
ADHD.
Yeah, it's a big part of all
Yeah.
of us. Like, I would think.
Uh-huh.
And then, Miss Croker is, like, has one of the best personalities in all of Wartwood.
Yeah, I like Mrs. Croker.
She has multiple episodes, but, like, at the same time,
She has one episode dedicated to her and the rest of the show.
it's like the worst episode showing her, though. It's sad.
Yeah.
Like, she's such a great character, and then you give her such a bad episode. We're not there yet. We're not at cracking Mrs. Croker.
No, we're not. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to add about this episode.
I mean,
Yeah.
I like this episode.
I don't feel.
I like this episode, though.
I do like this.
And it has the best
Yeah.
line.
Good episode.
One of the best.
I thought it was like, yeah.
All right. You want to give our ratings? now?
Yeah.
Damn it. Yes, fine.
Okay, who wants to go?
I give it a 8 out of 10.
Joe?
Oh, 8.
I think Sosa did a good job at like just introducing Betsy in general and giving spokes to Croker. So I'm gonna give this episode an I don't feel safe out of 10.
I really like this episode. It's a good episode. It's definitely like not my favorite season 1 episode, but like I'll give it 8 out of 10.
Okay.
I would give this episode a higher rating if like didn't give earlier episodes. What I'm trying to say is that this episode would be much higher if like, older episodes were not as high as.
Oh yeah. If
can't give this
season 2
up.
and 3 weren't, I mean, if season 2 wasn't as good as it is, then like it would have been higher. Yeah.
That doesn't
So
make sense,
I'll give this episode a 6 for
6?
that.
6 out of 10.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, like in like
Yeah, it is.
previous
It,
part.
like, it feels really odd to have to give season. Like, I feel like it's a different scale to give season 1 episodes to season 2 episodes because they're so different. And
I don't
season
feel
2 is
that
so
at all.
much better.
I'm giving them the same. I don't think that's.
Really?
I don't get that at all.
I mean, I feel like I like them for different reasons. Season 2 is like so.
Oh no! I mean, when I say the same, I mean like I'm giving them like I'm not giving them like different. Like I'm giving them just like I'm not scoring season 1 lower just because of season 2. I'm just scoring it
okay.
how I want.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
would-
just like
I would say I'm gonna.
the
do same.
beginning is
But like also,
Okay.
I wasn't really hooked the most in this part of season 1 because it's not.
Yeah,
like,
I think
well, I don't think most people are. You have to get through it. It's kind of like the Owl House. I didn't really like the beginning of the Owl House.
Ooh, I disagree with. I think this is way better than season 1 of the Owl House. Yeah, I think I'm the only. I think I'm
No, I
definitely
mean, like,
the person here.
I mean, not like.
No, I get what you're saying.
One of Owl House's. Well, okay, go.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think like I'm probably the person here who is like the biggest fan of season 1. Like
Definitely.
definitely.
I would definitely say that. You are definitely the one who cares of Amphibia. Because I guess like I don't know, you have more of an appreciation for the slower stuff.
episodic stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like the more plot-filled episodes, and that's why I like season 2.
I definitely prefer the plot. I definitely prefer the plot episodes, but I also really like.
Yeah,
I spaced
don't-
out what we're talking about.
season 1 versus season 2, basically.
Oh, we're good at staying on topic.
Yeah.
Yes, amazing.
So everyone gave their ratings for Encantado, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright, on to the next episode then. Episode 10, Breakout, or not episode 10, segment 10, Breakout Star.
I don't like this episode. I think it sucks.
I thought it was nice.
I liked it. When
I
I
thought
watched
this
it this
episode was not
time,
good.
when I watched it this time, I actually liked it more than I did before. I don't.
I liked it less.
And consumes butter through her skin and becomes popular through it.
Yeah, it's not the best episode,
Yes.
obviously. I don't like it still, but I do like it.
I mean, I like it, but it's like nothing special.
Yeah, it's not special, but,
I just think it's bad.
you think it's worse than
Wow.
normal? You think it's like
I think it's bad. Yeah.
worse than average? I mean, not normal.
Yeah, worse than average. I think it's bad.
So, in
It's a
third part of
bad
the episode, we're gonna spend all of our time talking about Cody and Toadstool. This is like where they like really started getting a bit of focus.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
Cody
that's good.
so much because he's such a
Yeah, Toad is underrated, honestly.
he really
Like, he's shaped like a pill for some reason.
is. I like Toadstool a lot too because you can like, although he's not a main character in any way, he does technically get character development. He gets character development. He gets more than Sprig. Sprig goes backwards.
Oh, shut up.
Every
Shut up.
single
Shut up.
word-
Shut up. Shut up.
We're right and you know it, Mike.
Sprig
Every
No, you're
single
not.
word-
That is.
Okay,
Okay,
we're
okay,
getting
Mike,
off
it's
topic.
not-
Mike, name
correct.
any development that's Sprig. Name any development that Sprig got.
Mike. Okay, so
Okay, well,
We'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to that later.
wait. Okay, can I say something?
Say something.
Sprig basically gets negative character development. We've seen in these
That's not-
episodes that he's actually
We
much
can
more
discuss that.
responsible than he was.
yeah, and in Grand Theft Auto, he was definitely a lot more
He's
responsible.
Much more, yeah,
They kind of like
Yeah, sure.
he gets much more. He has like in the first episode, he's over there like, yeah, I want to show Pop I'm responsible, and he does that for a few more episodes. He does like the more responsible thing, and then we get to later seasons, and he just turns like he just goes back to being responsible and not caring that he's irresponsible.
Okay.
And that's kind of how his character stays.
Yeah.
And it makes so many conflicts throughout the show, and it creates the main conflicts of certain episodes. But it can be really annoying that
Right,
he learned the
yeah.
same exact lesson in some of these
Yeah.
episodes in the later seasons.
My grandma
Right.
made like a good point about it. Like, Sprig doesn't get any development, but a lot of the episodes, like a lot of really good episodes wouldn't happen if it weren't for Sprig being irresponsible.
That is true. There are
Yes.
like some episodes that like wouldn't have happened if he was actually responsible. But at the same time, like he should just. I feel like he should have been.
Okay, we're
Back to
Hmm.
Toadstool and
Okay.
Cody.
Yeah, Toadstool and
yeah,
Cody.
please. Oh my god, we're getting so off topic.
Toadstool and Cody
Um,
are on topic.
So, okay, so as for Breakout Star, there's a lot of reasons why I think this episode just is not great. The main reason I just think, well, number one, I think it's a lot of it just feels very, very forced. Like the way the townspeople are just suddenly enamored with Anna, like it feels very forced and just kind of. I don't know. I mean, just kind of
They
like I
just
just don't
got
really like that.
converted to the Church of Anne.
And
Yes.
I also think it's weird how it's very inconsistent. I think the show is very inconsistent with the way the townspeople's thoughts and feelings towards Anne. So
Yeah.
what I mean by that is, in this episode, you can kind of see like, oh, you know, like they hate her. They think she's a monster. But then in episodes, a lot of episodes after this, like Lily Pad Tie, for example,
They
or Girl
really
Time,
like-
people interact with her just fine, and they don't treat her like a monster at all. So it's like, can you like pick one and like kind of go with it?
I
It's
can't
very-
throw Cody in you. Pick one. Pick one. I
Yeah.
was quoting Moana.
And I think, I don't know, I thought like, I understood what they were going for. They were trying to kind of show her, like, I think it fits in her character development. Like, it's in character for her to be kind of selfish and, you know, get
Yeah.
caught up in fame and not really care about the planters anymore. I just think the way they executed it, I just didn't really. Well, it didn't make the way they executed it didn't make for a very enjoyable episode, in my opinion. And I don't know, parts of it worked sort of. Like I thought the ending worked, like that scene where she kind of where she pulled out her phone and like looked at a picture of the planters and like realized how wrong she was. Like that was a pretty good scene. I just think overall the episode is really mediocre and just not very enjoyable.
I think it is very
For me,
character
personally.
for Anne, especially in the first season, to like to really like just.
I get what they were going for. I totally get what they were going for.
The idea of it is really good, but like I do agree that it could have been like shown much better, but yeah, I think the character the Orwood is very so inconsistent with how they like show that. That is also true. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to add. It's pretty much all I have to say. But yeah, I had a couple funny jokes. Like I like the I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Like it had some
Comedic gold.
good jokes.
So it is good.
I liked a lot of the jokes. I thought a lot of the jokes were great.
I do like a lot. I like a lot of them. Oh, I just died. I'm playing. So
He's a ghost.
Well, I'm playing FNAF 6.
I like the jokes a lot in these episodes. That's why in the beginning like of this project, I don't know, like Grand Theft Auto is very much like the best episode of these four, but I do like the jokes of the other ones, and that's
Yeah.
why I said that earlier.
Yeah, that's a.
It like obviously objectively, Grand Theft Auto is the best one because it's just like, shown the best, and it's like it's the. And then, but it's still like, yeah, I'm failing, but
That's mine. Yes.
Yeah. So, anything else?
Not I can go.
Really?
do we have anything else for this
Said
part?
everything I wanted to.
So we'll do ratings then.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will
give
start.
it a.
Okay.
Okay.
No, you go. You go.
You can start. Okay. I give it a. Honestly, I give it a 4 out of 10. That's what I give it. 4 out of 10.
That's a
It had some enjoyable.
Okay.
Pretty mediocre.
Okay. I will give it
the
a.
episode exists. I'm pretty sure it's a real episode.
Pretty sure.
So I'm gonna give it a breakout star out of 5 stars.
Wow.
Okay. Nice.
I'm gonna give this
That
episode
was
probably a
good.
6.5 out of 10. Still not the
Yes.
greatest, but like it's I still do like it in a way. It's not the best, but I do like it.
Okay. So like, contrary to everyone. So I'll give it a 6.
Nice.
On to Sprig versus Hot Pot.
Spring
Nice
versus
to see
Hot Pot.
This
Did you say
episode
you
This
like
was
episode is decent.
Okay.
This was a lot better
This
than I
episode is
remember it
decent.
being.
I do like
Yeah, I didn't like this episode when I first watched it, but it's grown on me quite a bit. I think this is a pretty decent episode. Now, one thing about this episode, though, I would say that this is definitely the first time where we like really see Sprig's more responsible side kind of go away, and this is where he really becomes like the irresponsible character that we know him as now. This is really when that starts, I think.
Yeah.
I
It is.
guess.
But this
But
episode
I do
introduces
like his
Jeremy.
character in this episode still, though, because it's like he's trying to do
Yeah, I like
something that
it.
is in the path of like where he wanted to be
Yes.
before, but it's just he's doing it very wrongly, and that's where
Yeah.
his
Mhm.
irresponsibility lies. Or I I said. I don't know. But
That makes sense.
What's going on for?
This episode introduces Jeremy.
yeah,
Jeremy's epic.
Jeremy is a
That's
very
fair.
great character. Very
He's
minor
amazing.
character, but very great.
What he is canonically dead.
Oh, how sad.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, Jeremy dies at the end of the year. Not end of the year, on sort of 4.
Oh.
Hmm.
I
Very
don't
sad.
remember that happening, but
Neither do I.
I like this episode. It reminded me a lot of a very similar episode that was in Gravity Falls, where it was like the same plot, but just with like Mabel and Stan.
Was that the one where Stan went on the game show?
Yeah, Cast
Yeah.
Shower.
Yes,
I don't remember
Except
that.
that episode was like, except that the lesson of that episode was like executed really not the best, but I thought this episode was executed pretty well. Like you can, like I think I like it because it's not entirely one-sided. Like they both learn something in the end, but I think I like the way they
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah. Sprig is not responsible enough to run a farm, but
Obadiah Planter was a tyrant.
Obadiah Planter was a tyrant. Yeah, they both learned the way of compromise. One just learned, they just went in the opposite direction.
Sprig learned, I am big dumb. Pop learned, he has a good idea once in a blue moon.
Mm. Yeah,
Yes.
at the end of the episode, he was like, wow, this might be usable.
Yeah, but he burnt the rest,
Yeah.
which made me sad.
At least, no, it makes sense. He read them like he said he would, and
he got rid
honestly,
of them.
I completely believe
And
that
he
a
just
lot of
started.
their ideas would work here. Because
I would-
honestly,
I mean,
they
they're
don't.
children. What good ideas are they gonna have? For a
Not that many. Not that many.
Yeah, they're
Like
their main
Sprig's idea of getting like the cowworms to eat the wheat. That was a good idea,
Mhm.
but like everything else.
Mhm.
Like you don't need a pool in a farm.
That was Polly's idea.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that was
But
dumb.
they're both children. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Now
Yeah, I don't have anything else to add.
Okay.
I think.
Sprig versus Paw Paw.
Oh, also
What do you-
Sans appear on a tombstone.
Oh yes.
Yes.
That was
Undertale references.
How do you feel about the way that they did the competition or like the thing?
No,
Hey, it's like Smash Bros. It's like Smash Bros, but better.
Yes.
Yes.
Better Smash Bros. It's like fire.
Just like how I smashed them all.
Stop.
What? You did what now?
Dude.
I'm sorry.
I would love to say.
Yes.
Yes, we should.
I don't know.
We should.
If we make our own rules.
So I think this episode did a good job with what it was trying to do or something. I don't know. I give this a dual barrel roll out of 10.
Bro. You didn't even say anything about the episode.
There was a Star Fox reference. I can't. This worked.
Okay.
I give it a 7 out of 10. That's 7 out of 10.
Nice.
That's a drastic difference from 4 out of 10 from earlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would give this episode probably a 7.5 out of 10. Another one of those.
Alright.
I'll give it a 6. A 6 out of 10.
And then, this should be our last episode.
Should be.
Yes.
Yes.
Today?
It's just implying there's a chance that there will be another episode that just spawns in.
Yes. We're watching segment 13 all of a sudden. We're watching dating season.
Right. So my
Okay,
opinion of dating
okay.
season.
We're talking about girl.
No, we're not there yet.
Huh? What do you mean we're not there yet? We just finished talking about Sprig versus Hop Hop. Now we talk about girl time.
Girl time.
Go time, yeah.
Jail time.
It's alright. I
They
think it's
did go to
accurate.
jail. That's
Yeah, they
accurate.
did. They did
Jail
get
time.
arrested.
It's an average episode in my opinion.
Anne is a
I'd
lesbian.
say better than
Anne is
Not as good as the
definitely
other
out
two.
of character and like it's bad, but the
she's like
episode
okay
itself-
in character in some ways. In some ways, I think she's in character.
Okay,
the way
yeah,
she's
Yeah.
like,
she's definitely she
I think-
is
I feel like
partly
she
in
should be
character.
toned down a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like she should be toned down.
I didn't fully mean it like that. Like she's definitely partly in character. There's obviously like she is the type of person who would want to like get massages and stuff. That little segment where she's on a massage chair on
Women's
her.
like, never.
That was great and very in character for her. But
These
like, the
favorites
whole
are
thing-
around society.
that whole like just the whole episode, like the rest of the episode, it felt like it was too much of probably.
It's
more
all
of a
because
character.
her hands were It's all because her hands were twice as big as they normally are in this episode.
Huh?
What? How did you notice that?
Because we paused the
Look at
episode
her
a
hands
lot.
for a second, and you'll realize they're way too big.
They are
Okay.
like,
watched it. What do you mean? I noticed because we watched.
we paused the episode, like we paused it a lot and looked at. We also learned that Sprig looks like Manny from the Diary of a Wimpy Kid,
He does. He really does.
He does. He really does.
and Anne had a really big nose and a specific trim at the end of the.
The sec-
Also, I
Yes.
guess
Okay.
this is like the
How
first
was the
episode
episode?
talk, so I guess
Yeah, I thought like
Felicia.
I think it's in character for her to be kind of like to try and be very like I think she was very rude to Polly, but kind of tried to sort of how do I want to word this? Like I don't know, the way she acted towards Polly, I felt was like in character for her, like in early season 1. Like the kind of I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
struggling to find a way to like put this into words, but I don't know.
Yeah, she is definitely in character, but it's just like the way that
Like, the way she
the
kind
things
of
that she does with her,
around.
like the things that she does feels out of character, even though like most of it
Mm,
is in
yeah.
character. I'm just saying the same words over.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Reoccurring
I-
characters.
What do you think?
I think that Shelly?
No, you talk. No, that's fine.
Okay. I was saying that like Anne in this episode reminds me of like Best Friends.
Yeah.
It just
Mhm.
I think it just gives the same vibe to like how she acts towards this episode. And it like when we were talking about Best Friends in the we were like talking about Sasha and how Sasha has an influence. And I think that just comes up in this episode as well. A lot of other now, like and Theft Auto, a few episodes. So I think it's not really out of character. It just shows that Anne has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so
I think your microphone just completely cut out on my end. I don't know if it's
What?
the same for.
It oh come on.
But I do agree that her character is very much influenced by Sasha, and it's a lot of where her character development comes from, why she does start to be able to stand up for Sasha, and like Union later.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Shelly, what were you saying?
So, reoccurring characters introduced in this episode. It's really like two. Felicia technically is introduced in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, we all totally have an opinion on this character, right? Totally.
Not really.
Yeah.
No.
Not very much the
That-
biggest. But
That's the joke. That's the joke. No
Oh.
one has an opinion on this character.
Oh right, no one cares about her. Okay.
she's
You guys
maybe
didn't
small,
understand
which is
that.
fun.
Yes.
character, but that's not.
She's Ivy's mom. That's all we have.
And she's
to
also Sylvia's daughter, which makes friggin'.
Let's not talk
She's
about
also
that.
Sylvia's
Let's not
talk about
talk.
that one. Let's not talk about that one.
We're not talking about that. We're not. Please don't talk.
She has more of a not personality. Like we see more of her character in dating season, or not dating season.
We see more of her
Yeah.
character. We see more of her character in Ivy on the Run.
Yeah, Ivy on the Run. That's the one I meant.
Okay,
Not
yeah,
dating
that's the
season.
episode.
Yeah, Ivy on the Run. We definitely see more of really see it. But right now, she had like 2 lines. There wasn't very much that we really got to see from her. We just got her her design, which is it's nice. I do like it.
Yep.
Say other things with that, but there really isn't really much to say.
There
about
isn't
Olivia.
anything. Yeah.
She's just another character to Ivy.
Mhm.
Yeah. Also, Sheriff Leatherleaf exists.
He's fantastic.
Who's that?
He is fantastic.
The cowboy.
The tall dude? Oh, the cowboy. Yeah, see,
Yeah.
he's great.
Yeah. He
His
exists.
design is fantastic.
He does exist.
He never appears. Never does anything.
Mm-hmm.
He exists.
Yes.
That's all he does.
I liked his belt.
That was very nice. Nothing else to add?
No.
Bro, what?
I wouldn't say, I don't
This episode did have a message. I mean, I have more to add. This episode kind of had a lot of the other, well, like a lot of episodes. This one had a message to it, and I like the message. It's kind of about how people of, whether you're a boy or a girl, it doesn't really, like, you can enjoy whatever you want.
Yeah.
So you can enjoy, if you're a girl, you can enjoy things that are typically associated with boys and vice versa. One thing I will say though is that I think definitely a lot of the messages that they have in the episodes feel kind of forced.
It really,
Even if
I
it's
wanted to say it a little bit. Yeah. The end of the episode where like she's literally just stating the whole message. It felt like a Darman.
Yeah.
Just a little
Like,
bit like
like
a
a
Darman video.
Yeah.
No, I won't compare Amphibia to Darman because it's so much better. But like it does feel like that a little
Nice.
bit. And I mean it's like Anne is definitely not a very stereotypical like female type. Although she does
Not
have
at all.
kind of traits. It's like that's
A
why
little, yeah,
it's
she's a little,
weird
I would
that,
say.
like she has definitely she is, but like she doesn't I felt like it's weird for her how she acts because she does have like these tomboyish traits like
I guess she's like a mix.
yeah she is.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
even Polly says in the episode. Polly literally said.
Yeah,
Polly
Polly's
says
also
in the
a mix.
episode. She's like, "Oh, you and Sprig go on these adventures all the time."
Yeah. And then she's like, no, because we want to, but like it is partly your fault that you do that all the time. Both of you guys are like irresponsible duo, even though it's like you guys split who's responsible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, I don't have anything else to add.
So if that's all we have to say about this episode, then the 4th episode of
Yep.
our podcast today. Then
Yeah.
give our ratings.
I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Okay.
I give this episode an lesbian out of 10.
Say that again.
Nice.
Yeah.
I give this episode an Anne is a lesbian out of 10.
Nice.
Because not Jerry.
Very
Philip
nice.
said I was gonna make a joke about Anne being and now and you just made me.
Wow. Yeah, I
Nice,
feel like you
very
can
nice.
say that multiple times throughout the show. Probably.
What?
Yeah, the Gates.
Yeah.
Gates,
Yeah.
Twirler's Pass,
Yeah.
Tracking Mrs. Broker to an extent.
Tracking Mrs. Croker, yes. I would say.
Well, she literally.
That was one scene. That was one
It
scene.
is one scene, but it shows a lot.
Fine.
It's a direct line. It's a very direct line.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
it's still not confirmed though, so I don't care.
Any episode with Marcin at all in
And,
general.
yeah, any episode with Marcy in it.
What? No, I think they just seem like they're just friends. I don't really get that.
You know
same
we're
vibe.
doing this to troll you, right?
Yeah, we're not. I don't think I don't actually ship that, but I think it's funny.
Of course not.
Are we still recording right now? We're recording this.
Yeah, we are.
Yes, of course we're recording.
We are recording this.
Who hasn't given rating yet? I have.
Me. I'll do it.
I give it a rating.
Okay, Mike, you can.
I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Yeah.
7 out of 10. I would agree. I also give it a 7 out of 10.
Nice.
Alright.
So
No, yeah. Overall rating. Let's do that.
Okay.
What?
Overall
I
rating.
think like
Uh,
I mean, I think I'm just pretty much just the same that I said in the other ones. Just kind of, I think these episodes are pretty good. I just like them. I think I definitely like season 1 a lot more than the average fan. I really enjoy these earlier episodes.
Okay. No,
I
you
think-
say that, but I feel like for
I think-
3 out of these 4 episodes, you said that you don't like them, and it's.
Oh yeah, well, I said that I said that Grand Theft Auto was good, that Sprig versus Hop Hop was good, and that Girl Time was decent. The only one I didn't like was Breakout Star. Yeah, what I will say is that I think, like, in the other ones, with the very early episodes, like episodes 1 through 4, the ones that we previously did, those episodes for me,
Yeah.
at least, are like, those are all very enjoyable episodes. Like, there aren't really any bad ones in that episodes. I think as you get further into season 1, there are like some episodes here and there that aren't the best, in my opinion, but like overall I still like it. But I think definitely I do have my criticisms season 1, even though I do really like it. So I think as we go on further, like now we are going to start getting to the point where I do have like a little bit of critique to give. Like the main one definitely being how the townspeople are very inconsistent with how they view Anne.
Yeah, that makes sense.
How she.
Yeah.
How her relationship with them.
And how I'm like,
But I feel like it does end up
in-
with them, like, really caring for Anne, kind of like.
well, yes, yeah. Well, obviously,
That's how we-
Totex. That's the whole point of that episode. But I'm talking.
where we get to. But,
I'm talking specifically before Totex.
Yeah.
Before Totex, there's some episodes like Breakout Star where they hate her, and then other episodes like Lily Pad Thai, or episodes like that where they just don't care at all, and it's really weird seeing it fluctuate like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It does make sense, but yeah. So, overall rating, I'd say that I don't particularly. These are my favorite episodes of this season, but
Yeah,
I
I
do
did-
like
yeah,
specific lines
exactly.
and jokes that they have.
Yeah.
Although it's like not part of the season or the show at all. So I'd give like these 4 seconds probably 6 out of 10.
Oh, I didn't rate it. I say I give it like a, just like a, I give it like a 7. Breakout Star wasn't very good at all, but the other 3 were enjoyable. I think like definitely this is probably
Yeah, I
the lowest
agree.
point in season 2. I mean season 1, sorry.
Yeah. I agree with you. I actually really like it. But I'll give them a 7.
I give
Joey?
these episodes, they are indeed episodes out of 10.
Yes. That is the best way to rate them.
They do the episodes.
They
I
do
think
episodes.
I think this is the end of this, right? This is the end.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
show gets good with the next episode, so
Yes, they do. They do
Yes, we
definitely
can
get
promise
better
you that.
here.
I think it's
promise
already.
that.
I think it's
We
already
have, like,
good, but this episode was kind of a bit of a
It's a
step
little bit
back.
more rough here. I would say that I like this. I'd say that I like this more than I do like Spring.
Oh, come on.
yeah, I do like all these one Spring's birthday.
That has
It's so
nothing
much-
to do
it's
with
very-
this.
It's very easy.
That's
for
season
something to be
3.
better than
That is
Spring's Birthday.
season 3.
It is season
That is
3.
season 3. Why are
But
we
you
going
can-
so far in the future?
Because you can compare how Anne acts in this season to Spring's Birthday.
Ah, come on.
That is
Come
the
on.
only reason why I usually like compare it.
This is just propaganda. I can't.
Because
No.
her character
Okay,
is so like
I'm gonna win here.
reverted. It
Ugh.
just reverts back into season 1.
Yeah.
And that's
Okay.
Okay, well, this is like,
Okay.
why are we going so out of ourselves?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes.
End the recording.
Yeah, okay. Goodbye. See you next week.
Yes. See you next week.